If you want to stay average, just keep doing what everyone else is doing.
Because there's one specific expense that is silently destroying your wealth. And no, it's probably not what you're thinking.
And almost everyone proudly pays it every single month. We're talking millions of people signing on the dotted line for it, thinking it's a sign that they finally made it.
I mean, why wouldn't they think that? It looks completely normal. You see your friends, your family, your neighbors, everyone's doing it. And honestly, it feels necessary. In our world today, it seems like you can't even function without it, right?
But financially, oh, it's a trap. And trust me, once you see the numbers we're about to break down in this video, you will never look at it the same way again. All right, so what is this hidden wealth killer? Let's just take a look at a typical budget and see where the money really goes. Okay, so we all know the big ones, right? You've got your housing, your food, and of course, taxes. They're all necessary, and yeah, they're all expensive. But what's that last giant question mark? Yep, it's your car. It's the one major expense category that is literally designed from the ground up to give you zero financial return. Now, this all comes down to a super simple rule for building wealth. An asset puts money in your pocket. A liability takes money out of your pocket. And your car, it's the textbook definition of a liability. Just think about it like this. The second you drive a brand new car off the lot, it can lose up to 20% of its value instantly. That's like taking a huge pile of your cash and just setting it on fire.
All right, so let's zoom out a little and see how this one decision becomes a huge trap that keeps so many people from ever getting ahead. Get ready for this number, $1.6 trillion. That's how much auto loan debt we have in this country right now. It's not just a problem, it's a trillion-dollar anchor holding people back. And this leads to what a lot of people call being car poor. You know that feeling, right? It's the end of the month, you've paid your car payment, your insurance, filled up the tank a few times, and there's just nothing left to save or invest. So why do we all fall for it? It's all about image. Car companies are absolute masters at marketing. They don't sell transportation, they sell status. They're selling you a lifestyle, a feeling of, I've made it. And this is where the perception just doesn't match the reality. The perception is that a new car makes you look successful, but the reality? It actually delays your financial freedom. You might look rich in that shiny new car, but the payments are the very thing keeping you from actually being rich. Okay, so let's talk about the real numbers, the stuff they don't exactly highlight in the glossy brochures at the dealership. All right, so let's take a pretty standard example. You buy a new car for $30,000. Seems reasonable enough, right? But that sticker price is just the tip of the iceberg. Over the next 5 years, you're also going to pay for depreciation, insurance, gas, maintenance, and interest on your loan. And it all adds up fast. So when you actually do the math, that $30,000 car actually costs you more like $45,000 or even more over 5 years. And after all that, what do you really have to show for it? Here's the bottom line. You've spent a ton of money, and now you have something that's worth a fraction of what you paid for it. You didn't build wealth. You destroyed it.
Now, this is where it gets really powerful. Let's talk about opportunity cost, or what that money could have been doing for you instead. This is the $450,000 opportunity. So, let's take that typical $600 a month car payment. You really have two choices here. Choice A, you make the car payment and buy a depreciating liability. Or, choice B, you invest that money instead and buy appreciating assets. Now check this out. The power of compounding is incredible. If you invested that same $600 a month in 10 years, you'd have over $120,000. But in 20 years, that number skyrockets to over $450,000. That is the magic of compounding. And that's really what this is all about. It's the difference between looking rich and actually being rich. It's about quietly making smart decisions that will truly build your wealth over time. All right, so how do you avoid this trap and still get where you need to go? It's not about not having a car. It's about being smart about it. Here are 3 simple rules for smart buyers.
Here are 3 simple rules that wealthy people follow. First, buy used. Let someone else take that massive initial hit on depreciation. Second, keep your total car expenses low as a part of your income. And third, keep your cars longer. Ditch the need to always have the latest and greatest. Because once you make this mental shift, you'll realize that every single dollar you don't spend on a car is a dollar you can invest in your future. At the end of the day, it all comes down to 2 different mindsets. The first path is this: poor people buy liabilities to look rich.
And the second path? Rich people buy assets to become rich. They buy things that grow and build real, lasting wealth.
So, what's it going to be? The asset or the liability? The choice is yours. If you want to understand how money really moves in America, subscribe to Finance Deep Dive. Because here, we don't just follow headlines, we follow the money.